out tonight. It's been a months-long process, so we're super excited to have this big of an audience tonight. This is my senior capstone project for the theater major, as well as the senior capstone project of Sarah Hoover, who will be playing Lysistrata tonight. Just a few quick announcements. Please make sure that your cell phones are on silent. And just a quick fair warning, this is a PG-13 show, so there will be some adult language and some adult scenarios to follow. That being said, enjoy the show.
If only it had been reveling or a piece of pan or genitalis, why, the streets would have been impassable with a thronging of tambourines. Now there's never one here. Huh, except for my friend. Good day, Cleonice.
Good day, Lysistrata, but pray, why this dark, forbidding face? Believe me, you don't look a bit pretty with those black, lowering brows.
Cleonice, my heart is on fire. I blush for our sex. Men will have it we are tricky and sly.
And they're quite right, upon my word.
Yet look you, when the women are called for a matter of greatest importance, they lie in bed instead of coming.
Oh, they will come, my dear, but it's not easy enough for women to leave the house. One is busy pottering about her husband, another's getting the servant up, a third is putting your child to sleep, washing the brat or feeding it.
But I'm telling you, the thing that calls them here is far away and much more urgent.
And why do you summon us here, Lysistrata? What's it all about?
About a big thing.
And is it thick too?
Very.
And we're not all on the spot, imagine.
Oh, if it were what you were to suppose, there would never be an absentee. No. It concerns something I've been turning out and about for many sleepless nights.
It must be something mighty fine and subtle for you to have turned it about so.
So means this: Greece is saved by the women. Our country's fortune depends on us, and it is up to us utterly to undo the Peloponnesians.
That would be a noble deed, truly. However, if the women of Boeotia and Peloponnese join us, Greece is saved. But how should women perform so wise and glorious an achievement? We women who dwell in the retirement of the household, clad in diaphanous garments of yellow silk and long, flowing gowns, decked out with flowers and shod with dainty little slippers.
Oh, but those are the very sheet anchors of our salvation. Those yellow tunics, those scents, those slippers, those transparent gowns.
How so, pray?
There's not a man who will wield a lance against another,
Quick, I'll get me a yellow tunic from the
or
dyers.
don a shield,
I'll run and put on a flowing gown.
draw a sword.
I'll hasten buy a pair of slippers this instant.
Now tell me, why wouldn't they have done their best to come?
They should have flown here.
Oh, my dear, you see, like true Athenians, they always do everything too late. Why, there's not one woman from shore, not one from Salamis.
The Athenies' wife is sure to arrive at any rate. She's actually been to consult Hecate. But look, here's some arrivals and they're more behind. Now, what countrywomen may they be?
They're from Anagra.
Yes, upon my word, 'tis a levy to mass of all the female population of Anagra.
Am I late, Lysistrata? Tell me, pray.
What? Not a word.
Not say much for you, Marine. You have not bestirred yourself over a sense of such urgency.
I could not find my girdle in the dark. However, if the matter is so pressing, speak.
No, let's wait a moment more till the women of Boeotia and those from Peloponnese arrive.
Yes, that is best. Ah, Lampeto, friend from Lacedaemon. How well and handsome you look, and what a rosy complexion, and how strong you seem. Why, you could strangle a bull, surely.
Yes, indeed. I really think I could. It's because I do gymnastics.
Who's this?
'Tis an honest woman by my faith. She comes from Corinth.
Honest, no doubt, then, as honesty goes at Corinth.
Who has called this council of women, pray?
I have.
Well then, tell us what you want of us.
I will tell you, but first, answer me one question.
Anything you wish?
Don't you feel sad and sorry that the fathers of your children are far away from you in the army? For all wager, there's not one of you whose husband is not abroad this very moment.
Mine's been the last 5 months in Thrace looking after Euphrates.
It's 7 long months since mine left for Pylos.
As for mine, if he ever does return from service, he's no sooner home than he takes down his shield again and flies back to the wars.
And not so much Since the day the Milesians betrayed us, I have not once seen even an 8-inch leavened consolation to us poor widows. Now tell me, if I have discovered a means to end the war, will you all second me?
Yes, verily, by all the gods, as I swear I will. Thou to put my gown upon and drink the money the same day.
And so will I.
And I too. Why, to secure peace, I would climb to the top of Mount Aegagus.
Then I out with it at secret. Sister women, if we would compel our husbands to make peace, we must refrain.
Refrain from what? Tell us. Tell us.
But will you do it?
We will, though we should die of it.
We must refrain from mail altogether. Where are you going?
So, you bite your lips and shake your heads, Ed. Why these looks? Why these tears? Come, will you do it? Yes or no? Do you hesitate?
I will not do it. Let the war go on.
Nor will I. Let the war go on.
Anything but that. Bid me go through the fire, if you will. But to rob us of the sweetest thing in the world, Lysistrata, darling.
And you?
I agree with the others. I too would rather go through the fire.
Oh, wanton, vicious sex. The poets have done well to make tragedies upon us.
What's good for nothing then but love and lewdness?
But you, my friend from Hardy Sparta, join me in alma, if you will. Help me, send me, I beg you.
'Tis a hard thing, by the two goddesses it is, for a woman to sleep alone without ever a strong male in her bed. But there, peace must come first.
Oh, my darling, my dearest you are deserving of the name of a woman.
But if we do refrain altogether from what you say, should we get peace any sooner?
Of course we should, my goddesses twain. We only need sit indoors with painted cheeks and meet our mates lightly clad in diaphanous gowns of amorphous silk, and perfectly decorated. They will get their tools up and be wild to lie. That will be the time to refuse, and they will hasten to make peace. I am sure of that.
Just as Menelaus, when he saw Helen's naked bosom, threw away his sword, they say.
Very well. If you must have it, we agree.
For ourselves, no doubt we shall persuade our husbands to conclude a fair and honest peace. There is the Athenian populace. How are we to cure these folk of their warlike frenzy?
Have no fear. We undertake our own people to see reason.
That's impossible, so long as they have their trusty ships and the vast treasures stored in the temple of Athene.
Ah, but we have seen to that. This very day, the Acropolis will be in our hands. That is the task I have assigned to the older women. While they are here in council, they are going, under the pretense of offering sacrifice, to seize the citadel.
Well said indeed. Everything is going for the best.
Come, Levito, let us bind ourselves by an inviolable oath.
Recite the terms.
With pleasure.
Lysistrata-Saint, what oath are we to swear?
Why, in Aeschylus, they sacrifice a sheep and swear over a buckler. Surely we will do the same.
No, one cannot swear peace over a buckler, surely.
Let's get a great big black bowl. Let's sacrifice a skin of Thasian wine and vow not to add one single drop of water.
That's enough pleases me more than I can say.
Have them bring me a bowl and a skin of wine.
Ah, what a noble big bowl. What fun will be to empty it.
Place your hands on the victim. Almighty goddess persuasion and bold bloom, comrade of joy and merriment, receive this our sacrifice and be propitious to us poor women.
Ah, the fine red blood flows.
And what a delicious bouquet by Castor.
Now let me swear first, if you please.
No, by Aphrodite, unless it's decided by the lot. But come then, Levito, and all of you. Put your hands out. And you, Cleonice, recite all the terms I am going to say, and the rest of you shall follow. I will not to do with lover or husband,
I will not to do with lover or husband,
albeit he comes to me with an erection.
albeit he comes to me with an erection. Oh, Lysistrata, I cannot bear it.
I will live at home, unbold.
I will live at home unbold,
Beautifully dressed in a saffron-colored gown.
beautifully dressed in a saffron-colored gown,
To the end I may inspire my husband with the most ardent longings.
to the end I may inspire my husband with the most ardent longings.
I will neither extend my Persian slippers up toward the ceiling,
I will neither extend my Persian slippers up toward the ceiling,
nor will I crouch like the carved line on a knife handle.
carve a lion on a knife handle.
And if I keep my oath, may I be suffered to drink of this wine.
And if I keep my oath, may be suffered to drink of this wine.
But if I break it, let my bowl be filled with water.
But if I break it, let my bowl be filled with water.
Do you all take this oath?
We do.
Then I'll consume the remnant.
Enough! Now let us all drink to cement our friendship.
It was as I was telling you. The women have just overtaken the Acropolis. Come quick then, Lamberto, and all of you. Let us join the rest and push the bolts well home.
But aren't you worried that they will march up against us?
I laugh at them. Neither foots nor flame shall push these doors.
Yes, by Aphrodite, else we should be called cowardly and wretched women.
Go easy, Droxys, go easy. Why, your shoulders all chafed by these damned heavy olive stalks. Forward still, forward, man, as needs must.
Well, I've looked for these things to happen in a long life. Asmodeus, who would have ever thought it? Here we have the women who used for our misfortune to eat our bread and live in our houses. Daring nowadays to lay hands on the holy image of the goddess, seize the Acropolis, and draw bars and bolts so that none may enter.
Well, come, Philogris, man, let's hurry there. Let's lay our wit all about the citadel, and on the blazing pile burn with our hands these vile conspiraciousness one and all, and Lycan's wife first and foremost.
Anybody meet her? Never will let them laugh at me. What's that breath left in my body? Cleomenes himself. First who seized our citadel had to quit it to a sore dishonor. Despite his Lacedaemonian pride, he was forced to slink off, deliver me up his arms with a single garment on his back. My word, he was filthy and ragged. And what an unkempt beard, to be sure. He had not had a bath in 6 long years.
Oh, but that was a mighty siege. Our men were ranged 17 deep before the gate and never left their posts, even to sleep. These women, these enemies of Euripides and all the gods, shall I do nothing to hinder their inordinate insolence? Else let them tear down my trophies of Marathon.
But look, to finish our toilsome climb, only this last steep bit is left to mount. Truly, it is no easy task without beasts of burden. How is lost to bruise my shoulder? But still, let us carry on and blow up our fire so that it does not go out just as we reach our destination. Oh, dear, what a smoke!
Wastes my eyes like a mad dog. This Lemnian fire for sure. Never devour my eyelids like this. Come on, lackeys. Spring sucker the goddess. It's now or never. What a counted smoke.
There now. There's our fire all bright and burning. Thank the gods. Now why not first put down our loads here, then take a vine branch, light it at the brazier, and hurl it at the gate by way of battering ram. If they don't answer our summons by pulling back the bolts, then we set fire to the woodwork, and the smoke will choke them. Yea, gods, what a smoke! I want to be the first to throw one. Aid me, heavenly victory. Let us punish for their insolent audacity the women who have stolen our citadel, and may we raise a trophy of triumph for success.
Oh, my dears, methinks I see fire and smoke. Can it be conflagration? Let us hurry all we can. What is this I see, wretched old men? Honest and pious folk, ye cannot be waxed so vilely.
Ha! Here's something new. A swarm of women stand posted outside to defend the gates. Let someone knock out 2 or 3 teeth for them, as they did to Brupalis. They won't talk so much then.
Come on, then. I wait you with unflinching foot and know their bitch will grab your balls.
Stick will cut short your days.
Notice you dare to touch Striles with the tip of your finger.
And if I batter you to pieces with my fist, what will you do?
I will tear out your lungs and entrails with my teeth.
Oh! How well says he that women is the most shameless of animals?
Let's get our water jars again, Rhodey.
You deaded women. What do you mean to do here with your water?
And you will death them like with your fires to cremate yourself.
I am going to build a pyre to roast your female friends upon.
And I'm going to put out your fire.
You put out my fire. You?
Yes, you shall soon see.
Do you hear that? What insolence!
I'm a free woman, I tell you.
I will make you hold your tongue. Never fear. Burn off her hair for her.
Achilles, do your duty.
Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh dear!
Was it hard?
Hot, great gods! And now
tambourines. We wept Adonis enough upon their terraces. I was listening to the speeches last Assembly Day, and Demostratus, whom heaven confound, was saying that we must all go over to Sicily. And lo, his wife was dancing around repeating, "Weep, weep, woe is me for Adonis." Demostratus was saying that we must all levy the hoplites at Zazendus. And there was his wife, more than half drunk, screaming from the house roofs, "Weep, weep for Adonis." Do you not blush, you women, for your wild and uproarious doings?
But you don't know all of their effrontery yet. They abused and insulted us and soused us with the water in their water pots. And so we got our clothes for all the world, as if we had pissed ourselves.
Well done, too, by Poseidon. We men share the blame for their ill conduct. It is we who teach them to love riot, dissoluteness, and sow the seeds of wickedness in their hearts. You see a man go into a shop. "Look you, jeweler," he says. "You remember the necklace you made for my wife? Well, the other night when she was dancing, the catch came open, and now I'm bound to start for Salom's. Will you make it convenient to make her fastening secure?" Another will go to the cobbler, a great strong fellow with a great long tool, and say, "The strap of one of my wife's sandals presses against her little toe, which is extremely sensitive. They come in about midday to summon the vein and stretch it, and now see the results." Take my own case. As magistrate, I have enlisted rowers. I want money to pay them, and the women slam the door in my face. But why do we stand here with arms crossed? Bring me a crowbar, I'll chastise their insolence. Ho there, my fine fellow. What are you keeping at the crows for? You looking for a tavern, I suppose, huh? Come, bring crowbars here and force open the gates. I will put a hand to the work myself.
No need to force open the gates. I am coming out. Here I am. What is not bolts and bars and locks, but common sense.
Really? My fine lady. Very well, officer. I want you to tie the woman's hands behind her back.
By Artemis, the virgin goddess, if he touches me with the tip of his finger, officer of the public peace though he may be, let him look out for himself.
Are you afraid? Seize her, I tell you. Two of you, round the body and have done with it.
By Pandaros, if you lay a hand on her, I'll trample you underfoot till the crap comes out of you.
Like the one who talks so prettily?
But if you touch her with one finger, you better call for a surgeon.
Where is my officer? But I'm going to stop your foolishness for you all.
By Turk Artemis, if you lay a hand on her, I'll pull out your hair, scream as you like.
Ah, miserable man that I am officers desert me. What are we to let ourselves be bested by a mob of women? Ho, Scythians mine, close up your ranks and forward!
By the holy goddesses, you'll have to make acquaintance with 4 companies of women ready for the fray and well armed to boot.
Forward, Scythians, and bind them.
Forward, my gallant companions, march ye forth! Vendors of grain, eggs, vegetable, and garlic. Keepers of taverns and bakeries, wrench and strike and tear. Come! A torrent of invective and insult.
Never robbed of the banquet.
How unfortunate for my officers.
So you thought you had to deal with a set of slave women. You did not know the ardor that fills the bosom of freeborn dames.
Ardor! Yes, by Apollo, ardor enough. Especially for the wine cup.
Sir, sir! What good are words? They're of no avail, wild beasts of this sort. Don't you know they have just washed us down? And with no very fragrant soap!
What would you have?
You should have never laid rash hands on us. If you start afresh, I'll knock your eyes out.
My delight is to sit at home as coy as a young maid, never touching anyone or moving a milestone. But where are the wasps if you go stirring up the wasp nest?
I would ask first, why you have barred our gates.
To seize the treasury. No more money, no more war.
Then money is the cause of the war?
And all of our troubles. It was to find occasion to steal that cyander, and all of the agitators were forever raising revolutions. Well and good. But they'll never see another drachma here.
What do you propose to do then, Fern?
You asked me that, why? We propose to administer the treasury ourselves.
You do.
What is there in that to surprise you? Do we not administer the household expenses?
But that is not the same thing.
How so? Not the same thing.
It is the treasury supplies the expenses of the war.
That's our first principle. No war.
And the safety of our city?
We'll provide for that.
What a sorry business.
Yes, we're going to save you whether you like it or not.
Oh, the impudence of the creature!
Yes, even more, but it has to be done,
This
nevertheless.
is the very height of iniquity.
I'm going to save you, my good man.
I don't want to be saved.
Why all more reason?
But what a notion. Concern yourselves with questions of peace and war.
We will explain our idea.
Oh. Out of it then.
All the time the war has gone on, we have endured in modest silence all you men did. You never allowed us to open our lips. Often in our homes we were discussing upside down and inside out some important turn of affairs. But with sad hearts and smiling lips we would ask, well, in today's assembly did they vote peace? Only to be met with, mind your own business, the husband would growl, and hold your tongue. Well, I for one would say no more, but presently we've come to see that you've come to a decision more fatally foolish than ever. Ah, my dear man, what madness next? Only to be met with, just weave your web, please, else your cheeks will smart for hours. War is men's business.
Bravo, well said indeed.
How now, wretched man? Not to let us contend against your follies was bad enough. But presently we hear you asking out loud in the open streets, is there never a man left in Athens? And no, not one, you were assured in reply. Open up your ears. Draw wise counsels and hold your tongue, and we may yet put things on a better footing.
Oh, you put things indeed. Too much. The impudence of the... May I die 1,000 deaths ere I ever obey one who wears a veil.
If that's all that troubles you, here, take my veil, wrap it round your head and hold your tongue.
Then put on a girdle, card bowl, munch beams. War will be women's business.
Lay aside your water pots. We will guard them. We will help our friends and companions. For I myself, I will never grow weary of the dance. My knees will never grow stiff with fatigue. I will brave everything with my dear allies, with whom nature has lavished grace, virtue, boldness, cleverness, and whose wisely directed energy is going to save the state. My good gallant Lysistrata and all my friends, be ever like a bundle of nettles and never let your anger slacken. The winds of fortune blow our way.
May the sweet Cyprian queen braid seductive charms on our breasts and on our thighs, that we may stir so amorous a feeling among the men that they may stand firm as stakes. Then and only then will we deserve the name of the peacemakers among the Greeks.
Come, how is that? Hey.
Well, for starters, we will no longer see you holding lance and fist running to the market.
That'll be something gained by the faith in God so well.
Imagine now, seeing them mixed up with saucepans and kitchen stuff, looking like wild boar bands.
Why, of course, that's what brave men should do.
Imagine seeing a man donning a Gorgon's head buckler running along to buy fish.
The other day in the market, I saw a Phylarch. He had flowing ringlets and was on horseback. Into his helmet, he was pouring a broth that he had just bought at an old dame still. There's a Thracian there, too, and he was brandishing his lance like Tracius in the play. He had scared a good woman selling face into a perfect panic and had gobbled up all her ripest fruit.
And how do you propose to restore peace and order in all the countries of Greece?
Easiest thing in the world.
Come, tell us how. I am curious to know.
When we are winding our thread and it is tangled, we run it through the skein, now this way, now that way. Even so, to end the war, we will send embassies hither and thither to disentangle matters.
And is it with your wool and your skein and your yarn you think to appease so many bitter enmities, you silly women?
Perhaps if you had common sense, you would do in politics the same as we do with our yarn.
Is it not a sin? And and ashamed to see them carding, and wanting to save these women who have neither art nor part in the burdens of the war.
What, wretched man? It's a far heavier burden on us than it is on you. For starters, we bear sons who go far away to fight from us for Athens. Secondly, instead of enjoying our youth and our beauty, we are left to languish far away from our husbands who are all in the army. But say no more for us. What afflicts me is to see our girls growing old and lonely in grief.
But don't the men grow old too?
That is not the same. When a man returns from war, although he is old and gray, he very soon finds a young wife. But a woman only has one summer. If she does not make hay while the sun shines, no one will have anything left to say to her, and she'll spend her days consulting oracles that will never bring her husband. You. Why don't you just get done with it and die? You are rich. Go buy yourself a beer, and I will knead you a honey cake for Cerberus. Here, take this, darling.
And this too, and these fillets.
What else are you waiting for? Step aboard the boat. Karen's pushing off.
To treat me so scurvily. What an insult. I will go show myself to my fellow magistrates, just as I am.
What? Are you blaming us for not exposing you according to custom?
Nay, console yourself. Will not fail to offer up the third day sacrifice first thing in the morning.
Wake, friends of freedom. Let us hold ourselves aye, ready to act. Ooh. I suspect a mighty peril. I foresee another tyranny, like Hippias's. I am sore afraid the Laconians assembled here with Clisthenes have, by a stratagem of war, stirred up these women, enemies of the gods, to seize the treasury and the funds whereby I lived. Is it not a sin and a shame for them to interfere in the advising of citizens? To prate of shields and lances? No, the whole thing, my friends, is nothing else but an attempt to re-establish tyranny. But I will never submit. I will be on my guard for the future. I will always keep a blade hidden under myrtle boughs, and I will post myself in the public square under arms. And now, to make a start, I must just break a few of that cursed old jade's teeth yonder.
Nay, never play the brave. Or else when you go back home, your own mother won't tell you. But, dear friends and allies, first let us lay our burdens down. Then, citizens all, hear what I have to say. I have useful counsel to give this city for the brilliant distinctions it has lavished on my girl. What does it matter if I was born a woman, if I could cure you of your misfortunes? I pay my share of tolls and taxes by giving men to the state, but you miserable graybeards, you do nothing to contribute to the public charges. You have wasted the treasures of our forefathers, as it was called, amassed in the days of the Persian wars. You pay nothing in return, and into the bargain, you endanger our lives and liberties by your mistakes. Have you a word to say for yourselves? Don't irritate me, you there, or I'll lay my slipper upon your jaw. And it's pretty heavy.
You, Lysistrata, who are leader of our glorious enterprise, why do I see you coming towards me so gloomy in air?
It's the behavior of these fine women. It's the female heart and the female weakness that so discourage me.
Tell me, what is it?
I only tell the simple truth.
What has happened so disconcerting?
Everything is so hard to tell, yet it's so impossible to conceal.
Never seek to hide any ills befallen our cause.
If we worded out in a word, you want my name.
Oh. Zeus, oh Zeus.
What use is it called upon Zeus? The thing is, even as I say, I can't stop them any longer for lusting after men. They're all for deserting. The first I caught was slipping past the southern cave of Pan. The second was letting herself down by an open pulley. The third was making her escape, while the fourth was perched on a bird's back, heading for Horsepool's house. One and all, there are but few excuses to be on home. Ah, there goes one now. Hello there, whither away so fast?
I want to go home. I have some Milesian wool in the house, which is getting all eaten up by worms.
You and your worms. Go back, I say.
I will return immediately. I swear I will by the two goddesses. I only need to spread it out on the bed.
No, I say you shall not go.
Shall I leave my wool to spoil them?
Yes, if need be.
Unhappy woman I am. Alas for my flax. I've left it at home unstripped.
Here's another one going home then.
I swear by the goddess of light, as soon as I put it into condition, I will come right back.
No, you shall not go. If you are to, then the others will soon follow suit.
Oh, goddess divine, patroness of women in labor, stay the birth till we reach a place less hallowed than Athene's mount.
What are these silly tales?
I'm going to have a child, right now, this minute.
But you were not pregnant yesterday.
Well, I am today! Let me go and search for midwife, quick.
What are these fables?
Ah, what do you got there so hard?
A male child. Hollow, like a pot or a kettle. Oh, you silly creature. You got the sacred home in a palace, and you said you were a child.
Oh, but I am, by Zeus, I am.
Then why this helmet, pray?
For fear my pain should seize me in the Acropolis. I mean to lay my eggs in this helmet, as the doves do.
Excuses and pretenses everywhere. Anyway, you must come with me. Stay in until your 5th day of purification.
But I cannot sleep anymore in the Acropolis, now that I've seen the snake that guards the temple.
You wicked women have done with your falsehoods.
You want your husbands, that's clear enough. Don't they want you just as badly?
They spend their dreadful nights alone. Oh, I know that. But hold out, my dears. A little more patience and victory will be ours. An oracle promises us success if only we remain united. Shall I repeat the words?
Yes, tell us what the oracle
Silence then! Whenever the swallows free from the hobos, and all shall flock to one place, and refrain from all amorous commerce, shall all the ills of life fade away. And yea, Zeus, who doth thunder in the sky, shall put above what earth's below.
What, shall the men lie unto me?
And if dissension do arise among the swallows, and they flee from the holy temple, they say there is a never wanton in all the world.
Yea, gods, the prophecy's clear.
Nay, never lest be cast down by calamity. Let us be brave and go back to our posts. It would be unwise not to trust the words of the oracle.
I want to tell you a fable that used to relate to me when I was a little boy. This is it. Once upon a time, there was a young man called Milan. who hated the thought of marriage so sorely that he fled away to the wilds. So he dwelt in the mountains, wove himself nets, and caught hares. He never came back. He had such a hatred of women. As chaste as Melanian, we loathe days just as much as he did.
I want to tell you a fable too, to match yours of Melanian. There once was a certain fellow named Timon. He was a whimsical, true son of the Furies, with a face that seemed to glare out of a thorn bush. He withdrew from the world because he couldn't abide bad men after vomiting 1,000 curses at them. He had a holy horror of ill-conditioned fellows, but he was mighty tender towards women.
Oh, there, come quick!
What is it? Why these cries?
A man!
Fires of the flames of passion, oh sweet slippery green pages and citrus, continue to be propitious to our enterprise.
Where is he, this unknown foe?
Over there, beside the temple of Demeter.
Oh, there he is. But who is he?
Look, do any of you recognize him?
I do. It's my husband, Synesius.
To work then.
Torture and enslavement, seductions, caresses, provocation, trying means.
Except for what is forbidden.
Have no fear. I will do it.
Well, I'll help you control the man and keep his passions aflame. The rest of you withdraw.
Alas. Alas, how I am tortured by spasm and rigid convulsion. I'm racked on the wheel.
Who dare cross our lines?
It is I.
What, man?
Very much so.
Get out.
The both be thus.
The signal of the day.
For the gods' sake, call Marine.
Comarine, you say? And who are you?
I'm her husband. Synesius, son of Paeon.
Ah, good day, my dear friend. Your name is not unknown amongst us.
Your wife has a forever on her lips. She not raise an egg or an apple to her mouth without saying, "This is for Synesius."
Really and truly?
Of course, my Aphrodite.
When we fall to the path of blessing of men, she say, "Alas, they are nothing compared with Synesius."
Please! Please, go and fetch her for me.
And what will you give me for my trial?
Anything I've got if you like.
Well, I'll go fetch her for you.
Quick! Oh, be quick. Life has no more charm since she left the house. I'm sad. Sad. When I go indoors, it all feels so empty. My victuals have lost their savor.
I love him. Oh, I love him. But he won't let himself be loved. No, I shall not come.
Marine? My little darling Marine. What are you saying? Come down here quick.
No, indeed not I.
I call you. Marine. Marine.
But why should you call me? You do not want me.
Not want you. Here I stand. How much younger and prettier she looks. And how she looks at me so lovingly. Her cruelty and scorn only redouble my passion.
Hands off, sir.
Everything is going to rack and ruin in the house.
I don't care.
But your web, that's being pecked to pieces by the cocks and hens. Don't you care for that?
Precious little.
And Aphrodite, whose mysteries we've not celebrated in so long. Won't you please come home?
No, at least not till a sound treaty put an end to the war.
Well, you wish it so much. We'll make it your treaty.
Well and good. When that is done, I will come home. But till then, I am bound by an oath.
At any rate, lie with me for a little
No,
while.
no, no. But just the same, I can't say I don't love you.
You love me? I refuse to lie with me, my little girl with sweet nerves.
Goodness, little man, where?
In the Cape of Ham. Nothing can be better.
But how shall I purify myself before going back into the citadel?
Nothing easier. You can wash off at the clepsydra.
Do you want me to purge myself?
Take all responsibility. Don't worry.
Well, I'll be off then and find a mattress for us.
There's no point in that. Surely we can sleep on the ground.
No, even though you are bad, I don't like your lying on the bare earth.
Kiss me.
Wait a minute.
Oh God, hurry up.
Here's the mattress. Now lie yourself down. I'm just going to undress. Oh, but you have no pillow.
I don't want one either.
But I do.
She treats my tool just like Heracles.
Is that all, I wonder?
Surely there's nothing else. Come, my treasure.
I am just unfastening my girdle. Now remember what you told me about making peace. Can I keep your promise?
Yes, yes. Upon my life I will.
Oh, but you have no blanket.
God, what difference does that make? What I want is to make love.
Never fear. Directly. I'll be back in no time.
The woman will kill me with her blankets.
Now, get yourself up.
Got this up. No, by Apollo. No.
Oh, yes, by Aphrodite. I will, whether you like it or not.
I wish you'd hurry up and get through with all this.
All right, now hold out your hand. Now rub it in.
In Apollo's name, I don't much like the smell of it. But perhaps it will improve when it's well rubbed in. Does not somehow snag up the marriage bed.
Oh dear, what a scatterbrain I am! If I hadn't gone and brought Rhodian perfumes.
Never mind, dearest. Let it go now.
You don't really mean that.
Damn the man who invented perfumes!
Here, take this bottle.
I have a better one already for you, darling. Come, you provoking creature. To bed with you, and don't bring another thing.
Coming, I'm just slipping off my shoes. Now, dear boy, will you vote for peace?
Think about it. I'm a dead man. Killing me. She's gone and left me in torment. I must have someone to lay. I must. Ah, me. The loveliest of women has choused and cheated me.
Poor, miserable wretch, balked in your amorousness. What tortures are yours? Ah, you fill me with pity. He stands stiff and rigid, and there's never a friend to help him. Oh, God.
Ye gods in heaven, what pains I suffer!
There it is. The turtle that abandoned Hussy?
No, rather the sweetest, dearest darling.
That dearest darling? No, that Hussy, says I. O Zeus, thou god of the skies, canst not let loose a hurricane to sweep them all into the air and whirl them round, then drop them down, crash, and impale them on the point of this man's tool? Say.
Where might I find this? Say, Puritans, I am bearer of matters.
Are you a man? Or a Priapus?
Don't be stupid. smarter while making peace.
But look! Well, you're running a lance in your clothes, surely. Why do you turn away like that and hold your clothes out from your body?
That's an old maniac.
Well, speak frankly, I know all about these matters. What goes on at Sparta now?
Why? Everything's upside down at Sparta. We simply must have peace.
What is the reason for it? Is it the god Pan's doing?
No, it is the work of Lampeto and the women who act at her instigation. They take the men from between their thighs.
What are you going to do about it?
We are at our wits' end. We walk bent double as if carrying a lantern in the wind. The Jews have sworn that we shall not so much as touch them until we agree to conclude peace.
Let's see now. It is a general conspiracy embracing all Greece! Go back to Sparta and bid them send envoys plenipotentiary for peace. I will urge our senators myself to make plenipotentiaries from us.
Well, what could be better? I fly at your command.
No wild beast is there, no flame of fire more fierce and untamable than women. The leopard is less savage and shameless.
And yet you dare make war upon me, wretch, when you might have me for your most faithful friend and ally.
Never, never can my hatred cease towards women.
Well, suit yourself. At any rate, you do look like a man, and they won't make fun of you. Ah, if you hadn't offended me so badly, I might help you take up that insect you have in your eye for you.
So that's what's been annoying me so. Look, here's a ring, just remove the insect and show it to me. By Zeus, it's been hurting my eye for a long time now.
Though I agree, though your manners are not over and above pleasant. Oh, what a huge, great gnat. Just look.
Ooh.
It's from Trichorthus for sure.
1,000 thanks. The creature was digging a regular well in my eye. Now that it's gone, my tears can flow freely.
And I will wipe them for you, bad, naughty man though you are. Now, just one kiss.
A kiss? Certainly not.
Just one.
Oh, those confounded women, how they do cajole us. How true the saying, 'tis impossible to live with the baggages, impossible to live without them. Now come, let us agree for the future not to regard each other anymore as enemies, and to clinch the bargain, let us sing the choric song. Ah, here come the envoys from Sparta with their long flowing beards. Why, you'd think there were pigsties between their thighs. Hail to you, first of all, Laconians, and tell us how you fare.
No need for many words. You can see what a state we're in.
Alas, the situation grows more and more strained. The intensity of the thing is simply frightful.
It is beyond belief. But to work. Summon your commissioner so that we may patch up the best peace we may.
Our men, too, like wrestlers in the arena, cannot endure a rag over their bellies. It's an athlete's malady which only exercise can remedy.
Has anyone seen Lysistrata? Surely she will have some compassion on our condition.
Look, now he too has the very same complaint. Don't you feel a strong, nervous tension in the morning?
Yes! And dreadful, dreadful torture. If peace is not made soon, I fear we shall find no recourse but to make love to Clisthenes.
robes as best you can. One of the fellows who mutilated the Hermé might see you.
Right, Lysistrata.
Quite right, my dexterity. There I will put on my tunic.
Terrible state we're in. Greetings to you, Laconian fellow sufferers.
My boy, what a terrible thing it would have been had these fellows seen us just now while we were on the full stand.
Speak out, Laconians. What is it brings you here?
We have come to treat for peace.
Better call Lysistrata. She's the only one that can bring us to terms.
Yes, yes, and Lysistrata-Saint a bargain.
There's no need to call her, but she has heard you, and here she is.
Hail to you, boldest and bravest of womankind. The time has come to show yourself in part uncompromising and conciliatory, exacting and yielding, haughty and condescending. Call up all your skill and artfulness. Lo, the foremost men in Hellas, seduced by your fascinations, are agreed to entrust upon you with the task of ending their quarrels.
It will be an easy task. As long as they refrain from mutual indulgence and masculine love. If they do, I shall find out immediately. Bring them to me with smiles as good women should. Any of them refuse your hand? Now hearken all. I am but a woman, but I have common sense. Nature has endowed me with discriminating judgment, which I have further developed, thanks to the teachings of my father and the elders of the city. First, I must bring reproach that applies equally to both sides. You sit at the same altars, sacred to all Hellens, yet you go cutting each other's throats in sacking Hellenic cities, all the while barbarians approach yonder. That is my first point. Now it is to you, Laconians. Have you forgotten Heraclitus, your elder countryman, sat suppliant before our altars? Timon came and marched at the head of 4,000 hoplites. And after such a service as that, you ravaged the soil of your benefactors.
They do wrong. Very wrong, Lysistrata.
We do wrong, very, very wrong.
And now a word to be of news. Have you forgotten when you wore the tunic of slaves? How the Laconians came, spear in hand, and slew thousands of Thessalians and partisans of the pious the tyrant. They and only they delivered you from despotism, and thanks to them, we were able to trade in the short tunic of a slave into the long cloak of a free man. Bound by such ties of mutual kindness, how can you stand to be at war? Stop. Say the hateful strife. What hinders you?
We are quite ready if they will give us back our rampart.
What rampart, my dear man?
Hylos, which we have been asking for and craving for ever so long.
By the sea god's name, ye shall never have it!
Agree, my friends, agree.
But what city shall we be able to stir up trouble in?
Ask for a look in exchange.
Ah, that's the ticket. Well, to begin with, give us Echenis, the Malaekel for joining in the 2 legs of Megara.
No, my dastard, certainly not all that good, sir.
Oh, good sir. Good sir.
Never make it difficult to use your legs, more or less. Which is just what you shall have once peace is made. Now, if you will be so kind, go consult your allies about the matter.
What allies, I should like to know? Why, we are all erected! There is no one who is not mad to be mating. What we want is to be in bed with our wives. What ally should play the second our project?
Ours too, for certain, sure.
Corinthians, first and foremost, by the gods.
Well said indeed. Now, go and purify yourselves in the citadel. The women will empty their provision baskets for you. At dinner you will take an oath, and each man will go home with his wife.
Come along, then, and as quick as may be.
Lead on. I'm your man.
Quick, quick's the word, say I.
for your children, for your daughters, if they are chosen canna-free. Break away the seals and carry away the contents. You will never see a more blessed place unless you have sharper eyes than mine. If any of you lacks corn to feed his slaves, his numerous family, or his children, why, I have a few grain to spare, a 12-pound loaf included. So come then, my neighbors, bring your wallets and your bags. My man Maines will give you corn, but I warn them not to come near my door. But beware the dog.